Tonight, our top story remains our storm watch. The snow is beautiful, but this much is also dangerous. South Lake Tahoe shares these images of a warehouse on Melba Avenue. Heavy snow flattening the building, leaving just one wall standing. Sadly, today we learned the extreme weather turned deadly.
An 80-year-old woman in Forest Hill has died because of the storm, according to Placer County deputies. ABC 10's Luke Clary has new information tonight.
Longtime residents of Forest Hill tell me the amount of snow that fell here is unprecedented in their lifetimes. Just look at how much snow is there on this rooftop of the fire department. And we now know that this storm was deadly. Nestled in the Sierra foothills under a heavy blanket of snow, the gold rush town of Forest Hill.
It's a great little community.
This little community now digging out from under the worst winter storm in recent memory that knocked out power at thousands of homes.
We just got overwhelmed with a lot of snow at one time, and we all have to deal with it.
Ken Kerner was overwhelmed by as much as 6 feet of snow at his ranch.
Last year was only training wheels compared to this.
Monica Nichols overwhelmed at her destination wedding hall.
We have people arriving tomorrow and we'll figure out where to put cars.
And with the news that Forest Hill lost one of their own to the weather early Tuesday, a family is overwhelmed by grief.
Because we're mourning the loss of Lois.
Lois Barton, 80 years old, her family, longtime residents of Forest Hill.
An amazing family, and I know they're hurting severely, and I get a little choked up because I can't even imagine what they're going through right now.
The Placer County Sheriff's Office says it was a weather-related incident. Neighbors say her porch collapsed under the weight of all that snow, but what exactly happened remains unclear. What is clear is how her neighbors are choosing to cope with her loss.
It's a small community, and we're all here to support one another, and anything Lois, or anyone in her family needs, we will be here for them.
That's what our community is about. It's an amazing little place.
Forest Hill is still digging out. Families finding comfort in each other.
And take a look at these images from the Placer Sheriff. It shows the impact of an avalanche that hit an apartment building in Olympic Valley. It happened last night around 7 p.m. The good news is everyone escaped. Several other areas were also evacuated because of the avalanche threat.
And take a look at this huge mess of boulders and snow. Highway 70 is closed between Jarboe Gap and the Greenville Y. This is in Butte and Plumas counties. You see landslide debris blocking multiple spots of the road. Crews are working to clear the area, but there's no estimated reopening time right now. They warn another winter storm may create more problems there. A live look at the Sierra right now. Crews doing their best to clear the roads as much as possible as we get a much needed break from the storm. In fact, westbound Interstate 80 reopened just about an hour ago.
But keep in mind, if you are not feeling safe and if you're looking to get out before the next storm hits, now is the time to think about doing so, because Monica, yet another winter storm is on the way, and this could break records, right?
It certainly could, especially for many of the ski resorts and the slopes. So we're going to be tracking that. In the short-term forecast, we still have this freeze warning to get through tonight into early tomorrow morning. That starts up at 2 o'clock on Thursday, will last through 8 a.m. Temperatures in the valley and parts of the foothills all the way down into the 20s and 30s. Now you can see our temperatures right now are still holding in the 40s and upper 30s for many of us, and that's because we have the wind. That's going to keep that warmer air closer to the surface. The key factor here is, though, it's not going to stick around, but while it is around, it's making us feel a lot colder. So combine the temperatures and the wind, it already feels like the 30s in the valley, 25 for Placerville, and it feels like it's about 5 degrees in the Sierra. But again, we lose the wind for tonight and the clouds as well. It's going to be very clear overnight. So that combination is a perfect recipe to get those temperatures plummeting quickly. Light winds tomorrow morning. And again, virtually no clouds out there to be seen for tonight into early tomorrow morning. Temperatures will fall quickly. These are what we're expecting for morning lows right around 30 in the valley, 20s for the foothills, and single digits for the Sierra. But Chris, as you mentioned, we have a small window of opportunity. Winter storm watch already goes into effect by Saturday morning. More on the incoming storm coming up.
Sounds good, Monica. Thank you. Don't forget you can find the latest information on weather, road and school closures, breaking news, and more on our website, abc10.com, and on the free ABC 10 app. You can also upload your photos and videos, and you just might see them here on ABC 10.